welcome back to another video at my YouTube channel and blog. Today I'm doing a birthday card, and I printed out on some Neenah 80-pound Solar White the word happy birthday with my laser printer, so it has the toner to accept the Deco foil, and I'm using rose gold Deco foil and running it through my Royal Sovereign laminating machine. All products will be linked in the video description below or over on my blog at creationsbycarolr.blogspot.com, and I will also have that link in the video description below. Okay, so I ran it through the machine twice, and I just waved it in the air just a little bit to cool it down and peeled it off. And we're going to move right along to our stamping. The stamps that I'm using today is a Simon Says stamp called Bouquet of Thanks. This came out in 2017. It's a really pretty bouquet of flowers and has lots of great sentiments with it. I'm using Simon Says stamp Intense Black ink to stamp the image with. It gives really dark, nice, crisp lines. And I'm using my Misti because there's a lot of fine lines in the stamp set, so I want to make sure that I can double stamp as needed. So now I'm taking a piece of Inkadinkado masking paper, and I'm cutting out a mask because I want to put another stamp down in the corner just to increase the amount of flowers on the front of my card. And so here you see me inking it up again and stamping to get all the lines stamped. And I'll just place that mask on the back of my stamp set and keep it for another time. And now I'm taking a Copic Multiliner, and I'm just completing the lines where I didn't cut out all the little intricate parts of the stamp in the mask. And so now I am taking Copic C0 and 00, and I'm outlining the whole image first in the 00, and then I'll come back with the 000 and kind of fade it out to white. This just helps your image kind of stand off the page a little bit, helps give the whole thing a little bit more depth and not feel as flat, because this is going to be a one-layer card. And I'll do all the Copic coloring with my Copics, because the Intense Simon Says stamp Intense Black ink is Copic friendly. And there you just saw the three colors that I'll be using on my flowers, the BG 32, 16, and 09. And I will move this down into the frame in just a second so you can see how I color the flowers. And I started with my light, and then I kind of changed when I started my second flower, and I decided to go dark to light. And I think for these flowers it kind of worked a little bit better to go dark to light. That way I really preserve the lightest part in the highlight of the flowers. So I will show you just a couple of these, and then I'll move along, because I basically just colored all the flowers the same. And just basically going with a general kind of light source from center and above, you know, for all the shading and everything. And like I said, I'm just going dark to light, so I can have a really good contrast here. Okay, here's the three colors that I'm using for my stems. Those the YG03, 67, and G23. So I'm just going through again, starting dark to light, and I'll just quickly fill in all my stems. This actually was pretty quick to color. You know, once I got on a rhythm with how to do the flowers, it was actually went by very quick. So now I'm just taking some Perfect Pearls and Mint and just did a spritz, so I have a little bit of glittery sheen to the card. And now I am taking, let's see, pumice stone. And I think I did pumice stone and hickory smoke in the Mini Distress ink colors, just going around the edge and just darkening that up a little bit, kind of highlights the flowers a little bit more. And so now I'm taking a Sakura Sparkle pen and just going over the center of all the little stamens and the flowers with the yellow sparkle pen. And now I'm going to take my Signo white Uniball pen and just go over all the highlighted areas and add a little white detail on all my flowers. Okay, now for the inside of my card, and my card base is Neenah Solar White 110 pounds, so a nice heavy card base. And on the inside I am using the birthday greeting stamp set from Gina K. And this birthday card is for my mother-in-law, so I let my husband pick out the sentiment for the inside. And I'm stamping it with the Delicata Rose Gold ink. And then I decided to take my Bouquet again, and I'm stamping it in Barely Beige and decided to stamp it over the top of it. I really probably should have stamped it off once because it was a little bit darker. I wanted it just to be kind of a light image, you know, over the words, but it was a little bit dark. So my advice would be to stamp that off once before you stamp it over the top of your words, just to make sure your words are legible. Now I'm just coating the back of my image with some 3M foam tape. I'm just going to use about 4 strips of the foam tape. If I was mailing this, I would make it solid foam on the back or add more foam tape, but we're just handing this card to her, so this will be fine. It'll still be nice and sturdy and be popped up. But mailing is always, if you're going to mail it, you always want to do solid. That way you won't have any give in your focal image. So now I'm just taking some Nuvo Morning Dew drops, and I'm just adding a little bit of a center to my flowers just to give it a little bit more detail and dimension. So here's some final looks at the card. I hope you enjoyed this and give foiling a try. Till next time, thanks for watching.